Hello YouTube family, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Vanessa. So today I'll be talking about the new Morphe foundation. This is the Filter Effect Soft Focus Foundation. You'll see me test it out and do a wear test today. This is my first time trying out a Morphe foundation. I did not try the first one that they released because I did not hear that many good reviews on it. But this one I was very intrigued because all the reviews that I saw were positive. So yeah, if you guys want to hear my thoughts on this foundation and you want to know how the whole process went down, make sure you keep on watching. Yo, I look busted, so I'm sorry, but I'm gonna quickly give you guys some info on this foundation before we apply it. So it says on the box, this is a long-wearing, oil-free, natural finish foundation that hydrates the skin and blurs imperfections for the ultimate soft focus look. It's infused with hyaluronic acid, a skin smoothing moisture booster, vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant, and glycerin, a hydrator for a healthy looking glow. I believe this foundation comes in 40 shades. I'm not super sure, and it is medium to full coverage. There is 0.94 ounces in here, which, I mean, it's not that off. Most foundations usually have 1 ounce, so 0.94 isn't really that like serious. It's 20 bucks. Like, you could even use a coupon when you buy it at Ulta, all that good stuff. I got the shade Tan 19. I did color match myself online, but I do think that you can go to Ulta and like they can color match you, but they can't swatch it on you. So I don't really know how that's gonna work out, because this is what the bottle looks like. It's a frosted bottle, and looking at the bottle, to be honest, I was like, this shade looks like a little bit too light for me. But when I swatched it, like after it arrived, I keep having a burp every time I talk. But when I swatched it on my cheek and my neck after I received it, it looked like the perfect match. Like, I literally asked my mom, hey, like, how do you think this foundation looks? And she was like, I didn't even know you were wearing foundation, honestly, because it looks the same color as your skin. So yeah, I will leave in the description box, I will also leave a list of other foundations that I use, from the other foundation shades that I use, so you know, in case we're like shade twins or whatever, maybe I can help you out. So for skin prep, I moisturize my skin off camera and I use these two primers. I usually use 2 different primers, just whatever I see first. I used the Fenty Beauty True Matte Pro Filter Mattifying Primer all over my face, and then where my pores are at, on my nose and my smile lines, I use the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I absolutely love this primer. It's super blurring, so I usually color correct and spot conceal, and I especially would now because I feel like I have a bunch of tiny breakouts because that time of the month is approaching. But I wanted to test just how much coverage we could get from this foundation, so I didn't color correct anything except my under eyes because those puppies needed help. I want to apologize if at any moment you guys see the camera shaking. Now we're gonna apply the foundation, and I'm gonna be using my favorite ever foundation brush. Like, I stopped using sponges when I discovered this brush. This is the Huda Beauty Face Buff and Blend brush, and I love this. It gives you such a smooth and even coverage, doesn't soak up a lot of product, and it makes the foundation look stunning. Like, oh my gosh, like, you have to try it for yourself to really understand. Oh, I did forget to mention the foundation does have a pump. So I'm gonna go in with 1 pump first. I feel like the foundation doesn't necessarily have a smell. Like, it does smell like chemicals, but like the chemicals smell like a little bit like unscented cleaning products. I don't know. It's weird how like something could not have a scent but you can still smell it. Okay, so that looks beautiful, and it gave me a really nice amount of coverage. I would definitely say it's a true medium, but on like this cheek, at least, since I don't have a lot of blemishes, it kind of does look full coverage. And it's a perfect match. So I'm not gonna lie, my skin is feeling a little bit irritated, and I remember I saw some reviews where people were saying that the foundation burned and like irritated their skin. I'm hoping that's not the case for me. All right, I don't know if you guys can see, but I feel like I applied the same amount on both sides. And I have to say that the coverage definitely is medium. I don't know if you guys saw my last video, but my last video I reviewed the Rare Beauty foundation, and that's supposed to be a medium foundation. Like, it's not even supposed to be medium to full. And it covered up all of these beauty marks. I don't know if you guys can tell. It covered up all of these beauty marks except for this one. But this one is not covering up any of them. Not that I'm looking for the foundation to cover up my beauty marks, but that's like how I can tell if a foundation has enough coverage or not. I'm nervous to apply it on my chin because I feel like I have a lot of breakouts on my chin and some dark spots, and I don't want it to like show. If I wasn't doing like a foundation review, I would have color corrected that. But this looks so much like skin. Like, literally, it just looks like I have perfect skin. Doesn't look like you have foundation on. And you can definitely see that natural finish, but it's not. It looks a lot glowier on camera than it does in person. Oh, I forgot to mention at the beginning of this, I do have combination skin. I have an oily T-zone and the rest of my face is normal to dry depending on the weather. So, I did 2 layers on my chin, and you can still see those pimples and dark spots. I mean, I don't think you can see them well on camera, but in person I can see them. So that lets me know that next time I use this foundation, I would have to color correct that area. Okay, so this is what the foundation looks like all over the face. I would definitely say, I used about 2 full pumps. I would definitely say she is a true medium coverage. Definitely not, like, it is buildable, but it doesn't reach full. Again, circling back to my last video where I reviewed the Rare Beauty foundation, which is also a natural finish foundation. That foundation has a lot more coverage than this one, which I'm very surprised about. But this one, they're both natural finishes, but this one looks a little less luminous than that. I'm feeling a little bit self-conscious about like the things that weren't able to be hidden. But that is all personal preference. I know there's some people that don't mind when like their blemishes and stuff pop out through their foundation. I'm not that kind of person. But yeah, let's conceal these under eyes. I'm gonna be using my favorite concealer. This is the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade medium. Alright, so now it's time to set my under eyes and my base. I'm going to be using 2 Huda Beauty setting powders. I'm using the shade Pound Cake for my under eyes and the shade Blondie for my face. You're going to see I'm going to be applying a lot of setting powder, and that's because I get really oily and I like to try to avoid that for as long as possible. Alright guys, so this is what the foundation is looking like after being set, and I'm not gonna lie, it does look like I have a filter on. Like, my face looks very blurred. There's not like anything being emphasized, not a pore in sight. But I am feeling weird because it's not looking as flawless as I'm used to looking, because I feel like this is so skin-like, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It's just about preference. Like, if this is your preference, then you're gonna love this. But I don't want to speak too soon, so yeah, I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup off camera, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. I'm honestly not really liking how this look came out. These are not my usual tones. This is very fall-like. Not that I don't like fall looks, I do, but this is, I don't know. These are just, I'm not used to these colors. Anyways, so it is 1:14 in the afternoon. I'm gonna be doing a wear test, but I quickly want to show you guys what this looks like in natural daylight. But I just want to say, like, it looks very flawless. Like, it's not accentuating any texture or anything that I wouldn't want. It looks really good. It looks flawless. My only complaint so far is the coverage, which is, again, not like that big of a deal, because like I didn't color correct stuff that I usually do, so I'm not surprised. I'm gonna show y'all what this looks like in natural daylight, and after that I'll see you guys later. Alright guys, I'm back. So it's been a little bit over 6 hours, and this is what my face is looking like. I'm quite oily, as you can see. However, I'm very pleased with the way this foundation wore because I've worn other natural finish foundations that by the 6-hour mark look way oilier than this. So even though this is pretty oily, it's still not the worst I've seen. I do think the foundation wore beautifully. Like, it does not look bad at all. I honestly only lost coverage on my chin where I have those like pimples and stuff. They're a little bit more noticeable now than they were when I first applied the foundation, but honestly they were noticeable then too. The only place the foundation did kind of disappear was around my nose, and I'm not even gonna like be mad at the foundation because that always happens to me, because my nose gets really watery and runny. So it was like around my nostrils. Girl, I cannot speak today or any day. It was around my nostrils and like right here. I don't think you guys can see that, but yeah, we're gonna touch up to see just what this looks like. So I'm gonna be using my Marc Jacobs Accomplice powder in the shade 52 Siren. After retouching it, I feel like the foundation does look good. It obviously doesn't look as good as it does when you first apply it, but it does not look bad. Like if I was out and I was wearing this and I had to touch up, like I would be perfectly fine with how my face is looking like right now. Overall, I would say this is a really good foundation, especially for beginners and for people who don't like a lot of coverage. And at the price, like 20 bucks, you can't beat that. And then if you buy it at Ulta, you could use that $3.50 off coupon that they always have, so even cheaper. I like the way it looks. I like the way it wears for a natural finish foundation because I'm a matte kind of girl, but this is not matte, so we're not even going to talk about that. But yeah, my only complaint, like I mentioned earlier, is that it is not buildable up to a full coverage, in my opinion. Alright, so that is it for my little review / first impressions on the new Morphe Filter Effect Soft Focus Foundation. If you guys like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to comment. Let me know down below if you're looking to get this foundation. If you already got it, what are your thoughts? Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.